What's going on, everyone? Before this video starts, I'd just like to thank everyone for helping us reach 100 subscribers. In this video you'll hear us talking about a second part which was meant to come out on Thursday, but that's now coming out next week instead, and this Thursday will be a special Q&A for helping us reach this goal. So if you've got any questions, please make sure to leave them in the comments below.
Hello and welcome back to Everything in Between podcast number 13. Today we're going to be debating some Marvel things, but we'll get Jack to explain it a lot better than I would. Go on, Jack.
Okay, so what we decided was we're going to talk about phase 1 and then half of phase 2 in the first episode, and then the second episode we'll do obviously half of phase 2, all of phase 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about each movie, maybe 5 minutes each, barely that to be perfectly honest. And then we're going to do a rating out of 10. And once we do the rating out of 10, I'm going to have to try and learn how to do maths and put it all to a top 10 because I'm shit at maths and I failed it twice.
We'll get there.
Yes, we will. Hopefully we will, yeah. So it's the start of a sort of like a little mini series. We'll see how we go. See if it's going to be.
We can move on to DC after Marvel one day.
No, we can't.
Fine. DC comics then.
Yeah, if we do the comics, it'll be okay, I think.
Right. So, I think we should start then.
Yeah, okay. Let's. Do you want to do it or do you want to do it?
You can announce first, Mike. On.
All right, sweet. So we're going to start off with, obviously, Iron Man. Came out May the 2nd, 2008. So I'm going to ask you this for everyone, but when was the first time you watched it? Do you remember? And what were your initial thoughts on Iron Man?
Right. I watched it quite late, actually. I only got with the Marvel shit like a few years ago. It was like 3-4 years ago I started, and I really loved it. I loved Iron Man. That's what got me into Marvel, because I wouldn't have carried on if I didn't like the first Iron Man, I don't think. And I thought it was absolutely sick, and it's something that hadn't been like shown on TV before. Do you know what I mean? Like movie wise.
Yeah.
There's been superhero movies, but I don't think there's ever been one as important as Iron Man. Do you know what I mean? Like sort of like that. There's been like Batman movies and stuff, but
yeah,
I feel like Iron Man just took superhero movies to a whole new level.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it absolutely did. What about you, Callum?
Well, I'm kind of in the same boat as Tiago because I didn't properly get into the MCU until college. It was when I first saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Right.
So from then, I just kind of started watching them all. So it was probably about 2 or 3 years ago, I think I first saw it. Well, at least I first remember seeing it anyway.
So, because I'm so old and I remember the movie coming out, I watched it. No, I didn't actually. My mum used to work with this fella, right, who used to burn DVDs and get all these new HD copies and stuff, right?
Right.
So I got it from that, and I had no idea what it was, and I thought it was fantastic. Like, obviously, I didn't know how the universe was going to go, of course, and I thought it was awesome. I was so happy to see Robert Downey Jr. back, to be perfectly honest, because I've always liked him.
That was his big comeback.
Yeah, it was, and yeah, I thought it was awesome. Such a great film.
Let's talk about some of the secondary characters in it, because that's the only movie we've had Terrence Howard in it.
Yes, it is. It is. He decided he wanted more money, I believe, and they said no.
Yeah, because he thought his character was more important than Robert Downey Jr.'s, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
What would you give him? I want to ask you all this for each one as well. What would you rate Jeff Bridges' villain in the movie?
I thought it was a good villain to kind of introduce the whole universe. I thought it was a solid start. It was definitely intimidating for the first villain.
Yeah, 100%. Good villain for a good start.
Oh yeah, when you get the caliber of Jeff Bridges in your movie and you're playing a villain, you know it's going to be pretty decent. You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Did you know he was going to be a villain when it straight off started? Because I, as I said, I didn't really watch or read any books.
Yeah, I've been watching pro wrestling since I was about 6, so I have a good idea of when a character's going to turn into a bad guy, when a character's going to be a good guy.
You could kind of tell from the start.
Mm.
Yeah, it was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great movie. Should we give our rating for that then, or do you want to say anything else?
I'll say that Sam Rockwell auditioned for Iron Man and didn't get it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You just,
Yeah,
Fucking
and
hell.
I thought to myself, well, I'll tell you what, if you went with Sam Rockwell, you're basically getting what Robert Downey Jr. did with the character anyway. It's probably going to be the exact same.
Yeah.
I also heard it got offered to Tom Cruise as well.
Oh, I did see that one. I
Yeah,
wouldn't have
that's
liked
that's a big one. That would have been good for a one-off, but I don't
Yeah.
think he would have stayed the course.
that. He would try and demand. He would try and say what happens in every movie. He'd be like, "This is my idea. We're doing it this way." What I did with the Mummy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Look how that universe turned out.
Exactly.
one
Right.
film.
Let me see what else
Exactly. Yeah.
That's mainly it. It's just Iron Man's just. It's not even because it started off the Marvel universe. That's a great reason, but it's also a really good movie. It's not
Yeah.
just because it started off such a great franchise. It's because it's actually got a great story. Shows you obviously how he becomes Iron Man, but it's actually really good. So I think if you haven't watched
It does well as a standalone, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
I was just going to say that. Yeah, took the words out of my mouth there. If it was just going to be a one-off, it's a cool one-off.
unreal. Yeah.
Definitely a cool one-off.
Right, who wants to go first with their rating for it then? Out of 10.
Go on, Waldo. I'll let you go.
I'm going to give it a 7. Just because
7.
obviously it was the film that's kicked off the entire cinematic universe, but it definitely did still have its flaws.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah. In my opinion, Pepper was kind of annoying in that film.
Who was, sorry?
Is Pepper Potts?
Oh, yeah.
She was
Never-
kind of annoying in that film.
Never been a fan of Gwyneth Paltrow.
No, I haven't either.
I mean, she doesn't even remember what film she's been in, so.
Oh, God.
True, which
Right.
is a great sign of a good actor, isn't it? When you can't remember what fucking movie you've been in. But
Yeah.
Right, let me move on to Man then.
all right, go on.
I'm giving it a 7.5. I think it's really good, and it would probably. But we know what other movies are coming, and I just know I can't rate this higher than some other Marvel movies coming
Yeah.
up. So that's my reason.
True.
Simply.
I would have asked you what you thought when you seen Nick Fury come out in one of the post-credit scenes, but if you guys have already seen
do it.
movies
No,
before,
I'll give your score, and then we'll answer that. It's fine. We can just go back onto it.
okay, sweet,
Yeah.
sweet. I'll give it an 8, I reckon,
Okay.
because out of all the Marvel movies, it's always been one of my favorites. Not just because it's the first. I think it's just because Robert Downey Jr. is just so good, and I thought Terrence Howard was actually really good too.
He was.
He was, yeah.
Jeff
He's
Bridges
just
was
hated now because of that role, because of his attitude, but he doesn't stop his acting merit in it.
No, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I thought he was fantastic. But
But Don Cheadle is perfect for the role.
yeah, they got a good replacement in Don Cheadle, who ended up taking less money anyway because he just wanted to be a part
But
of it.
nobody should underestimate Terrence Howard. They should watch all of his movies, and then they'll see that he's actually a really good actor.
Yeah, I like Empire. I'm a big Empire fan. I reckon that's a good TV show.
Right. So do you want to go on to that? Ask that Nick Fury question again then.
Yeah, as I say, I would have asked you what were your thoughts when you seen Nick Fury come out and say he's got a team he wants to assemble. But if you guys had seen, I don't know if that was the first one you ever seen.
Yeah, it was for me.
It wasn't for me, so I kind of already knew about the Avengers and that, so it wasn't really shocking.
Exactly.
It was. See, I'm like the opposite because I didn't have a fucking clue about this Marvel universe shit. I've heard of all the superheroes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about their individual movies or whatever. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe there is more. So then that's when I found out there was more. Because it was like, do you know when you're just in the living room with your family or something and like a movie plays?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I first watched Iron Man. So then
Oh, right.
obviously I was really fascinated. And I could presume, I was presuming they were going to get other superheroes with that quote. So I was excited, yeah. What were you like,
true.
Jack?
I had absolutely no idea what was going on. I wouldn't have a clue. As I say, all the stuff I read was like Batman and the X-Men. So
Oh,
I
okay.
had absolutely no idea what was happening. And it
Okay.
didn't really register with me, to be honest, because I was 14 and I was starting to get into like drinking and stuff, so I didn't really care.
Right. Let's
That's
move
way
on.
over the usual age in Australia.
Yeah, it's usually about 9 or 8, 8 or 9, but you know,
I know what you doing.
sometimes you've got to start late. You know what I mean?
Jesus. Right. Do you want to move on to that? You may as well say all of them because I know the years, but I don't know what month. So you may as well just say them all.
Right. The often forgotten Phase 1 movie is The Incredible Hulk. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen all of them, mate.
Yeah, so
Right.
have I.
So this came out June 13, 2008. When did you guys see it? When did you guys know
I
about
did
it and stuff like that?
Like last
I-
year, I think I saw it.
I've had
Did
like
ya?
Yeah.
I've had like a Marvel marathon after I watched Iron Man, so I've watched them all quite near each other, mate. I
Oh,
obviously,
cool.
I think I was up to the last movie that came out was Iron Man 3, so that's when I had my little mini marathon.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, wait, it's me, isn't it? I was waiting for you.
Yeah.
It's me. Yeah, so I had watched this one first, I think,
Okay.
and I just thought it was a normal Hulk movie. But it was so different to what I remember as a kid as I was watching, you know, the Lou Ferrigno Hulk, and I'd read like Planet Hulk and stuff like that
Okay.
when I was like 5. Didn't really register with me, but I thought it was so different to what I knew about the Incredible Hulk. And I thought it was so strange that Edward Norton was in it.
Oh,
That always
don't.
baffled me.
How
Yeah.
he got the
Edward Norton,
Hulk,
though.
how he got the role is beyond me.
Well, I mean, he's a great actor, but
Not for the
it's
Hulk, mate.
such a strange- no, definitely not for the Hulk. That was weird to me.
I just feel like it wasn't meant to be an MCU film, and he just kind of stuck in the end credit scene last second. Like, because you do not need to watch that film.
No.
No, you really don't. You really don't. That's why I say it's often the forgotten one, because I don't think many people would know that there was a Hulk movie. People are asking for a Hulk movie. They got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact about this though, in like the final battle scene where he's fighting whatever the fucking
Abomination.
when he gets like a massive like scratch here, and Mark Ruffalo's Hulk still got that scratch in the Avengers. That's quite cool that they kept it on.
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
That's quite cool
that is cool.
because it's
Would
still
you?
the same story. It's just obviously I don't think Edward Norton just didn't want to do more, did he?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Yeah.
He changed that story too, I believe. He changed some of the story
Oh.
from the movie that he wanted to do something a bit different with the character. No, I thought he was okay as the Hulk, to be honest.
Mm.
That didn't really register with me. It's his Hulk certainly does not fit in with the universe though. I can't
No.
imagine him in Endgame doing
Yeah,
that.
it's just not the MCU type of vibe, is it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, definitely
I
not.
don't know. I don't really know how to describe it because it's just a movie that I've not got that much to say about it because I just feel like it's not because I've watched it probably like 1 or 2 times. It's a movie I wouldn't want to watch again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You actually don't need to watch it again.
No, I
Do you
don't.
know
Yeah,
what I mean?
true.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do.
None of the cast been in it again since except William Hurt. So
Exactly, and I don't think Edward Norton would fit in that PG type of environment.
True.
He's more of a mature actor, if you want to
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
you know.
and I'm not really a fan of Liv Tyler, so I'm not gonna.
Are you not?
Her older days, yes, but obviously, well, she's not really doing movies now. But
True.
around this time, 2008, I wasn't really interested in her movies.
No, probably because she didn't do many either, did she?
Yeah, it was like at the beginning she did some bangers, but nah. Now I'm just like,
True.
yeah,
Watch
but right,
Armageddon. Watch Armageddon. That's all I've got to say.
yeah, but she didn't steal the show in that.
No, the song stole the show.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right. So what do we? We may as well rate it, might we? It's
Yeah.
obviously going to be like probably dead last, to be honest. Spoilers for
Yeah.
it.
oh, it's not. This is not my last one. But no.
We've got the same last one then. I know that. I know that. For a fact. Go on, Callum. What's your rating for it?
I'm going to give it a 4. Just because it's an alright film. It's just not needed.
Yeah,
It's really
fair
not.
enough.
It's really
There's not
not.
much we can really say about this.
No.
There's no like backup we can use for like future Hulk movies or Edward Norton in that case. So
Exactly.
I'd give it a 2 because I wasn't really intrigued throughout the whole movie, to be honest with you, and I didn't think Edward Norton was really good as the Hulk. That's my reason.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll give it. Let's go for. I'll give it a 4 myself.
Another thing is, it wasn't an origin story because he had already been the Hulk for months.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I kind of like that though.
D-
I'm okay
yeah.
with not knowing an origin story. I'm okay with flashbacks of an origin story. Because I think that was the same with the Eric Banner Hulk, and that was only 5 years previous of when it came out.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
So if he's already the Hulk,
Fair enough.
I think, unless my memory serves me wrong, or he was turning into the Hulk, and then he went through flashbacks.
Yeah.
But we don't need to talk about Ang Lee's The Incredible Hulk, do we?
We got Mark Ruffalo. We cannot hate anymore. He was a very good Hulk. Right.
Very true.
Let's go for the next one.
Very true. The next one to come out, which surprised me because I had no idea, was Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
May 7, 2010. What do you guys reckon?
Okay. I liked it. I'm just trying to think.
It's
I did
similar
like
to
it,
Hulk where it wasn't really needed. Like, they could have
Yeah.
done it at a later date. I feel like they kind of just saw the success of Iron Man 1 and thought, you've got to do that again as soon as possible.
This movie, though, got a lot of hate, and I don't think it deserved.
No, it doesn't. It is a good film.
Yeah.
I think it's a good film.
I'm trying to. The story was good, but I'm kind of getting what Wardell's saying. It wasn't really needed.
No, I think you could have done. I think you could have done Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, then Captain America.
Yeah, yeah, and then obviously do their sequels or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then do the Avengers, then do your sequels after that.
Looking at the
I-
list,
yeah.
they really rushed the 3 Iron Man films to come out, didn't they?
Yeah, it's because of all the money they were making on it.
Yeah.
Well, the first Iron Man was at $135 million budget and made 585.
There you go.
Jeez.
So in terms of Marvel, now when we think of Marvel and their box office, that's really low.
Well,
yeah.
So it's a really low box office that. I think
Yeah.
Thor made less, and I think Captain America made even less than that. So
Jesus.
yeah, they struggled. Not struggled because they had the vision to do it, but I think they were. It wasn't until the first Avengers where it just like blew up.
Yeah.
You know. So
Well, this is the Iron Man where we introduce Don Cheadle to the story. So we all
And
agree.
Black Widow was.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Black Widow.
Mm.
Do we all agree? Do we all agree that we think he's a better Rhodey than Terrence Howard?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're saying that, but we have seen a lot more of Don Cheadle than we have.
Okay. Yeah. He's had a lot more opportunities, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just compare the first Iron Man to the second. Just do that. Ignore his other ones. What would you say had the better?
Yeah,
breakthrough?
I would say he was better in the second one.
I agree.
Yeah, Don Cheadle was definitely better. Yeah, for sure. For
So,
sure.
I'm going to ask you the question I asked the first Iron Man. I deliberately ignored it for the second Hulk. I thought the villain was shit.
True.
What do you think of the villain in Iron Man 2, Ivan Vanko, played by Mickey Rourke, is it, or whatever?
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, Rourke or whatever, yeah. What do you think of him?
He was
He was
alright.
okay. Yeah, he was alright, I guess. Bit like most Marvel villains, they're just kind of there. There's
He
not.
was definitely not as good as Jeff Bridges.
Oh no, Jeff Bridges shits all over him for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
That's an
Sure.
issue. But,
I like Mickey Rourke too, but yeah, he was just coming off his Oscar as well, so you know it was obvious they were gonna try and get him.
We've got Sam Rockwell as well in the film.
Yeah, who does he play? I can't
The one
remember.
who does like all the robots.
Justin Hammer.
That's it. Thank you. Yeah.
He was. I thought he got a bit of shit for that role. I thought he was really good in that.
He was alright.
I enjoyed it.
Didn't mind him.
I'm biased with Sam Rockwell though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so am I. So am I. I still think he'd
love
make a
that.
fantastic Iron Man.
Yeah.
Obviously, he would, of course.
So
Of course.
what about Scarlett Johansson? What was your first impressions of her in the MCU?
Well,
I didn't like that.
I mean, come on.
Of course,
Look
Scarlett
at
Johansson is a very attractive lady, of course. But
Yeah.
fine, I'll ask that question better. What do you think of her acting in the MCU?
She's fine, yeah.
Yeah. It was a
No,
good
she's
introduction. It
fine.
was a good introduction as like an early female superhero.
Yeah. Was she the
Uh,
first?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, the first in the Marvel
In
universe.
Marvel,
Yeah.
she was
Yeah.
the first.
Yeah.
And I liked the entrance was kind of just as this little assistant,
Okay, yeah.
but they were kind of dropping hints that she's not just an assistant.
Oh shit! And I remember her first like scene as Black Widow is when she's like in that corridor and she's like in the black uniform, isn't it?
Yeah, that's towards the end of the film. Yeah.
Yeah, that bit was awesome in the movie.
Yeah.
Did you
I was
guys
like,
know she was going to be a part of
No.
the Avengers?
No.
Well, yeah, because like I say, I obviously
Yeah.
saw them all years later. So
Shit, of course. Yeah.
But I didn't, Jack. I
course.
didn't have a clue, mate. I honestly thought she was gonna be like a plot twist or villain or something. I was just waiting
True.
for that.
True.
So, but yeah, I thought, in my opinion, it's definitely not as good as the first one, but it's still up there. It was a good movie. I wouldn't say it's a shit movie.
It's okay for me. It's just okay. It's just
Yeah.
okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
I think it was so quick. It was so quick after
Is this 2009? Yeah.
2010. It was just so quick after the first one. I mean, you had the Incredible Hulk, and then you waited until May 7, 2010. So that's 2 years and like a week. You know,
Yeah.
it was way too sudden.
Yeah.
I was very surprised.
Right. Should we just give our rating then?
Yeah, go on.
Come on, Callum.
I'm gonna give it a 6, just because it is a good film. Same with Iron Man 1. It definitely had its issues, and it had even more issues, in my opinion.
Hang
Yeah.
on, my pen stopped working. Hang on.
Right, my rating for it would be a 6, like Callum, simply because it's not as good as the first one, and I think there's a lot more flaws in this one than the first one.
Yeah,
Go on.
I'll go. To be honest, I'll probably go a 5.
Okay.
Just didn't connect with me. It didn't connect with me. Obviously, I like Sam Rockwell, Scarlett Johansson, obviously. I know, you know, Mickey Rourke though, just wasn't a very good villain. That's the problem with me. I like the bad guys, so
Yeah, the bad guy makes the movie. It
Yeah.
makes, yeah, an MCU movie. So
and you'll see a theme with Marvel that the bad guys are awful. So
Yeah.
yeah.
right, that's our ratings. Then let's go for the next one.
Right. The next one is Thor. Thor came out May 6, 2011. Initial thoughts, please.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a fan.
Really?
Yeah,
I enjoyed his personal story from going to this cocky, give me everything attitude to this like selfless hero. I enjoyed that, but that's about it.
Yeah, I thought it was a really still MCU movie. There was a lot more talking than action throughout the whole film. I just thought so many scenes were so dead. Like, the bit in Asgard was so good, but then when he comes to Earth, I think it gets so boring. In my opinion, I was just there like, oh my fucking god, fight somebody.
I was okay with seeing Thor talk and do all that, like proper conversations and stuff, because you've got to think he's been on Asgard all this time and he comes down to Earth and he's got no idea. So he's not just going to just go all ape shit first off, is he? Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I like that bit. Some of the lines in this are hilarious to me. I think they're so funny. Like when he's drinking and he gets the cup and he smashes the cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another. Are these your chambers when he enters the house? Floored me. I thought I was hysterics when I heard that. I don't know why it was so funny. But I really like this movie. I reckon it's unintentionally a comedy in sometimes because some of the
Thor's
lines
always
Thor
been the funniest one.
hilarious.
Thor has always been the funniest one.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
one when we get closer down the line, that will become a major issue with me. But the first Thor is fantastic, and it was
Yeah.
directed by Kenneth Branagh too, which is crazy to think
Was
about
it?
that he would do it. Yeah, it's crazy to think he would
Yeah.
direct, but that's awesome.
See,
So
I'm with Callum. I loved Chris Hemsworth as Thor. Like, I thought it was a great choice, but I just thought, in my opinion, obviously doesn't mean it's true. I just think the movie could have been a bit more interesting for me, especially compared to some of the other movies. So that's why it was low. But when you've got Natalie Portman in a movie, you're gonna win because I fucking love Natalie Portman. She's unreal.
I mean, who doesn't? You
Yeah.
know, who doesn't really?
So,
Black Swan is a
oh, don't.
a mind fuck of a film. I'll tell you that.
Love it. I
But
love
you
it.
probably know it from No Strings Attached, though. Yeah, I know you
No
do.
Strings Attached is one of my favorite romantic comedies ever made. So I love her in it.
Is it really?
Yeah, I told you this and you judged me for like an hour at yours.
Oh yeah, I went crazy when you said
Yeah,
that.
I love it. Come on.
I started rounding off about 50 of them.
You can't get Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman together and not ask me to not love it. Oh, sorry. Anyway.
True. I didn't realize Jake Johnson was in that. But anyway,
Yeah.
we'll do a romantic comedies episode at some point, and Wardell's just gonna have to like sit there.
It'll just be you two in that video. I'll fuck off somewhere else.
Right, I've got one for you then. What
Yeah.
was your initial opinion on Tom Hiddleston in it as Loki?
I cannot stand Tom Hiddleston.
I don't mind him. He was good.
What?
I think Loki is the worst character.
What?
He just grates my brain.
Why?
No.
Honest to God, it's
Why?
like the amount of times he's going to be a good guy, then he turns into a bad guy, and then he keeps doing it and keeps doing it and keeps doing it. It's like, oh my God, just fucking choose a side and stick
It's so
with it.
MCU don't kick him out of the movies.
Oh, it's such bullshit. Like, he should have been in the first one, and that was it. Honestly, just
Oh.
leave it. By the way, Tom Hiddleston auditioned for Thor,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and he was so good that they just said, "You can be Loki, you can be the brother because you're that good." Which is fair enough. Tom Hiddleston's a great actor, absolutely. But
Couldn't see him
Right.
as Thor though.
Yeah.
no,
true.
I couldn't either. He doesn't have the.
You need the body. You need the body.
Yeah, you do. Oh, I've got something in my notes of all the casting and stuff. So we'll probably do that third episode.
What do you
Sure.
mean?
Like who auditioned and who ended up getting
Oh,
the
okay,
part.
that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool. So
and you'll be surprised at some, but we can do that with the top 10
That's cool,
and
yeah.
the
right.
then
So
that.
my initial opinion on him was like I thought he was quite shit in the first one.
Yeah,
I'm really
shit
not.
all of them, but you know.
But I think he was quite bad in this one. But like, so is Idris Elba. Idris Elba was dead in this one.
Yeah,
He didn't do much.
No.
and he still continued not to do too much though, didn't he? Like
Yeah,
I can't
he only-
remember
In the
that
second
a
one, he
lot.
did a bit
Ragnarok
more in the third
was
one.
probably his biggest one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. It's when he was helping all the people and shit. So
I'll have to rewatch
yeah.
Thor Ragnarok
No.
because I don't remember it at all. So
Right. I want to hear your ratings. Then this can be interesting. Go on, Callum.
I gave it a 3.
really, that low?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Fair. You know what? Fair.
It's one of the worst MCU films, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No.
I've given it. A
I didn't say it's
4.5.
the worst. It's a one of.
True.
I've given it a 4.5. I think Thor made it be a 4.5 and not a 0. That's my only opinion.
Wow. Well, fuck you guys. I'm giving it a 7.5. I reckon this is
Wow.
hilarious. Honestly, I reckon it's great. Out
Fair,
of
mate.
Iron Man's my favorite out of all the origins, but Thor is definitely going to be a close second for sure.
Well,
Absolutely.
you're about to meet my favorite origin with the next one.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously, guys, it's Captain America: The First Avenger, July 22nd, 2011.
Hmm.
What was your thoughts?
Unreal.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite it's quite complicated for me to want to watch like a movie set in like the olden times of war and stuff. Yeah.
Same, yeah. There's only a
Yeah.
handful of movies I can watch.
Yeah. So I watched the trailer, yeah, and I was like, oh, I have to watch it, but I don't want to because obviously I needed to watch it to understand the things. Then
Yeah.
I watched it and I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I
it was
thought it was
amazing.
unreal.
Captain America arguably has the best story out of
Yeah.
Oh,
out of
100%.
out of all of them, you know, because of how long he's been alive, and you know, obviously got frozen for years and shit. But
Probably most inspiring one as well.
yeah, they did a really good job of obviously if a character's called Captain America, he's got to be the noble, stand up for what's right type of character, you know. And I
Yeah.
think he did. I think Chris Evans has done a fabulous job at that. Absolutely.
Oh, from the guy who was fucking, I hated him in fucking Fantastic Four. Then he does a Captain America like that. I was like, well, what the fuck? I was expecting another flop.
Right. Now, I'm just going to say
Yeah,
this.
I was.
Obviously, right, Captain America went into the ice in, what was it, 1945?
Yeah.
He must have been so confused when there was a black man in charge of this whole company.
Yeah, no, it is.
Like,
Yeah.
imagine
Yeah.
his first opinions on that.
Yeah, that's a fair argument. Yeah.
There's also a high chance Captain America was very racist as well.
Unfortunately.
Where are we getting all this shit from?
Because it was 1945 in America.
Unfortunately, Callum, you're not wrong.
No.
But the
Do you
thing
know
is,
what? You're probably not wrong. Yeah.
yeah.
Probably
But the thing
right.
is, like,
Way.
he's Captain America. America are never gonna make him look like a dick, are they?
Oh, of course not. No,
Yeah,
of course
so-
not. He's the first
But-
Avenger after all, so.
I'm glad they
Yeah.
did make him. I'm glad they did make a superhero racist. That would have been.
Yeah,
a
I mean, imagine how awkward that'd be.
I know. Imagine that.
Yeah,
You know?
the rest of
But,
them
alright.
movies wouldn't work.
So, right, go back onto that. Go back onto the movie. He was
Please do.
Yeah. I thought his story was so like good because obviously he was a little weak person that couldn't make the army and stuff. And obviously, who
Got
was the
steroids.
scientist? Where's the Dr. Abram Erikstein or whatever the fuck made him like get his powers and
Stanley
shit.
Tucci.
Who's he played by again? Stanley
Stanley
Tucci.
Tucci.
Yes, that's it. Love
Like-
Stanley Tucci.
Oh, and the casting's unreal as well. That casting. Fucking Sebastian Stan, Tommy Lee Jones, Dominic Cooper. Fucking hell.
How they got Tommy Lee Jones floors me is again.
I know.
I think to myself, this universe is just getting off the ground. You got Tommy Lee Jones, who, by all accounts, doesn't really like doing anything, especially when he got to like 70. You know, he just didn't want to do anything at all.
Mm.
And the fact that he got a bit of a role in this is crazy.
Yeah, his role was sort of important. He was like he was the leader. He was like the captain.
General, I think. Something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Sebastian Stan also auditioned for Captain America for the role of Captain America. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Same thing again.
can see
Said he
that.
was too dark. He was too dark to play Captain America.
Yeah.
So they got him to
Yeah.
play Bucky Barnes instead.
Chris Evans was probably the biggest surprise for me in the MCU. I thought he was going to be
He
shit.
really didn't want to do it at first. He was
Shit.
so hesitant to do it at first because of how Fantastic Four went.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
He got a lot of shit for that.
Yeah, he did because Fantastic Four is atrocious.
Yes.
Awful.
But Marvel, trust me, what I'm saying right now, Marvel is going to make the first bag of Fantastic Four when they make it.
One day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trust
put
me.
the X-Men in there.
Oh.
You've got your second sort of Marvel universe, then you've got your other universe after
It's
that.
going to get Marvel in like 4 or 5 years. It's going to be even better than fucking Phase 1 and 2. Watch.
Chris Evans got the role because of his stint in Fantastic Four. Because the casting director got hired by Marvel, and she said she'd seen Rise of the Silver Surfer with her kids hundreds and hundreds of times, which would have turned even the best men crazy.
Oh.
And she said she just like was enamored by Chris Evans, and obviously he came into audition, and that was
Yeah.
he got it. So
But he was so bad at it. How was she into his role?
yeah, but I think you can see that he is a pretty good actor. Do you know what I mean? Like you kind of see it, you know.
Yeah, some of the,
Yeah.
I'll agree. Some of the lines he had in that movie were just shit. Like some of his like cheesy catchphrases in it were terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you can't
also-
blame that on the actor. That's the writer's fault.
Mm.
True. And you'll see it in Marvel a lot too. Or some of the lines are some of the worst things I've ever heard in my entire life. Like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just awful, absolutely.
But
But
they
it's
make it
PG
kid
product.
friendly as well. They make it for like they do some of these cheesy or stupid lines for like to make the kids laugh as well and stuff like that. You can't
Do
forget.
you know how long it took me to realise that? More than I care.
Just now.
It still pisses me off, and I'm like, oh, it's fucking Disney. So
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, wait, was it Disney
Not
at this
Disney.
point though?
I think. Oh, that's a great question. I was thinking that, and I didn't even bother to look it up. To be perfectly
I
honest,
don't think it
I don't
was.
know why.
No.
Marvel's always been like for adults and kids, though, in my opinion, since Iron Man. So
Yeah, because Iron Man. We'll find out in the next movie. Iron Man is. Wow, this next movie that's coming up is. I'll tell you what, it really got on my fucking nerves. I'll be honest with you.
it's
So.
not the next one, I don't think, mate.
No.
No, it is. It is. It is. I'll tell you why in a minute.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
you
I'll
better
tell you.
not insult that one.
I'll tell you why in a minute.
Right,
let's
go on,
Captain America a rating.
7.5. My favourite origin story so far.
Right.
It's understandable that. Yeah.
Go on, yeah. 8 for me, my favourite one, and I think it's actually unreal, the story. So there you go.
Right.
Yeah. I'll go 7.5 myself. I think.
Yeah, it's really good. No, you can't fuck with the first one, can you?
No, true. As I say, I tried to watch as much as I could, and we only found this out like a couple of days ago. We were scrambling as we always do, and I was like, "Well, fucking hell, I can't watch 27 movies in 3 days. That's just like impossible." So I'm just going by memory here. So
But when we do come up with ideas, we might struggle. But when we do, look how great they are.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, right, move on to the next one then, mate.
Right, the next one we've got the Avengers, May 4, 2012.
Yeah.
Now, what's your problem with this film?
Yeah, I want to hear your problem with Robert Downey Jr.
Right. I don't have a problem with the story or anything like that. I've got no problem with them coming together. It's fine.
He's just pissed Loki's back.
First of all, yes, I'm annoyed at that. No, I'm not annoyed at it at this point, actually. But what I am annoyed at is Joss Whedon, the director. This is what I'm annoyed at. His writing is some of the cringiest, most childish stuff I've ever heard. And it's really apparent in this movie. It's the end of the world, and they're still making jokes. That has always pissed me off. It's the end of the world, and they're still making jokes. Just, you can make jokes after you've won, but please don't do it during battle. You don't need to do it during battle.
They've done that in all Avenger movies, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm okay with it after Joss Whedon. Honestly, I'm actually okay with that. I'm like, okay, well, because it's for kids and it's the end of the world and the stakes are high, they need to break it up. Like, I understand that. I understand you have to put in a joke somewhere because the kids watching it, Disney really don't want to upset the kids, do they? So that's why they have to break them up and make the jokes. I understand that.
They just depressed them with the last one.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, very true. But Josh Whedon pisses me off, and that's why I like the movie.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know when the bits are coming up, so I just turn my volume down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
With me, it's my second favorite Avengers movie, not Marvel movie, Avengers movie.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. It shits on Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course it does.
I think it's really good. I think how the teams like together and like the conflict with Captain America and Iron Man's so funny. That's probably the cringe jokes Jack's on about. I think Loki's unreal in it. Obviously, do you remember that first fight scene with Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man? That was really good.
Remember that, yeah.
There's also the point of thinking. Sorry to interrupt, but there's the point of thinking when Iron Man's taking a nuke to the ship. You're thinking, "Shit, is he dead?"
Yeah. Like that final battle scene is unreal. We'd never seen anything like that before in the MCU. So that was like the first, and it was like wow, in my opinion. So
yeah, definitely. What I loved about the Battle of New York too is it always plays into the aftermath of every other TV show, especially the TV shows. Like
Yeah.
they'll mention it. Like obviously, we might, if we spin this off, we probably do a Marvel TV show thing, but
I can't sit through the
we'll
TV
see.
shows.
We'll
Please,
see.
we
We'll
don't want to ruin Marvel.
see. Well, I'm talking Daredevil and the Punisher and
No,
stuff.
no,
okay.
I don't doubt they're good. It's just I can't sit through them.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point. But I like how in that they mention the Battle of New York and how it
That's
had an
cool, yeah.
effect. I like that. I like that a lot. So,
Right. So, what would be your rating then, Callum?
but what I do not like
Go on.
is after they've won and Josh Whedon's fucking riding. Oh my god, they've just won the battle. Iron Man's there. Half his mask broken.
I didn't like that bit. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I didn't
that
like
is the cringiest thing I've ever heard in a movie. And I've heard a lot of cringy things in movies. I've said a lot of cringy things in my life. I've never said anything worse than what Iron Man says. I can't repeat it because it's too. It hurts my heart. It really hurts my heart.
Yeah, that bit was pretty shit.
Oh, it's awful. Fucking hell. So bad. Jesus.
Right. I want to hear your rating then, Callum.
I'm gonna go for a 7, just
Okay.
because I enjoyed the film as a film, and obviously it's the first time we see them all coming together as one team. Even though Hawkeye did absolutely fuck all in that film.
He never fucking has done anything.
He's never done anything. They tried to do it in Endgame too, and it still didn't work out.
I didn't mind him in Endgame.
Oh, I thought he was a dickhead in Endgame. Right.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, but
actually.
you would think your entire family had been pretty much killed.
Thor.
Yeah, but Thor used comic. Yeah, Thor got depressed and fat and
But it
became
was
an alcoholic.
funny.
No, it wasn't.
Right. I'm giving it an 8.5 Avengers because I thought the final battle scene was unreal and it was like the team fit in so well. And like Jack doesn't like it, but I enjoyed the humor, so fuck you.
Oh, I hated the humor. I hated it.
Jack, how low's your rating for this film? Then?
It's not actually that low. It's a 7.
Okay.
It's a 7. Do you know what? If like Infinity War and Endgame weren't on this list, it'd be high up there just because of them coming together and stuff. But
Yeah.
the writing, I can't get over it. I'm sorry. You'll find this out in Age of Ultron as well.
Yeah.
How much?
I don't think Age of Ultron's gonna get a lot of love.
No, it's not. Fucking hell. Yeah. Right. Callum, what's your score?
But
It was 8.5. No, it wasn't. Sorry.
8.5.
No, that was
7.
Thiago. Sorry, that was 7, man.
Yeah.
Yours was 7.
Yeah.
Wasn't it 7.5?
No, that was First Avenger.
Don't put words in his mouth.
Stop trying to get it higher
Did you
than
give
the
it a
words.
10?
I gave it an
Say
11.
10.
You know.
Right. Next one.
Right. The next one will be Iron Man 3,
Oh.
May 3, 2013. I'll let you guys start off because I need to write this shit down.
It was shit.
I
Yeah.
mean, didn't mind it. It was just there.
I think if we're going to talk about pointless Marvel movies, this is the one that is on number 1. In my opinion, there was no need for this movie whatsoever.
They
There was no-
ruined the Mandarin. Let's
Oh,
say.
what the
Yeah.
fuck was that shit? Yeah, we're watching
Yeah.
the whole movie. Ben Kingsley, and then when he gets there, it's not him. It's a fucking actor.
Trevor.
It's like, what are you doing? And like, I didn't enjoy Guy Pearce in it either. I thought he was shit. The villain, the other villain, the main, the
It's
only
just-
villain.
Here's the thing. At this point, all of Iron Man's villains have been the same. Someone who was fucked over by him or his family in the
Yeah,
past.
it's dead, isn't it?
And he passed that trait on to Spider-Man afterwards too.
It's just
That's true.
like Rebecca Hall was meant to have a really big role in it, and then they just gave her like a shit role because the director or something didn't think it would have been better. But it sounded a lot fucking better than this story.
The thing is with not giving Rebecca Hall a big role is this was made by Shane Black. Shane Black did one of my all-time favorite movies, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, with Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer. But I don't think he's ever written a good movie for a woman to have. His movies are very male centric, very sort of alpha manish, you know,
Yeah.
because he did some of the Lethal Weapons as well, and some of the women in that, apart from Rene Russo in the third one or the second one when she fucking breaks that guy's neck or whatever. Apart from that, he hasn't really given the females a lot of attention, should we say? So
Yeah.
that's the counterpoint to what you
Yeah, I
just.
get you. I just, I don't know. I look at them. I watch the movie, and I'm like, what's this leading to? Then when it finished, I was like, well, what's next? Then what was the point? I was like, I just don't like it at all.
Yeah, it came out too early too. Again, it came out way too early. They rounded off the 3 in 5 years, and then that was it. Then it was just him in other movies, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Gwyneth Paltrow got too much screen time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, she probably needed it because I don't know if she was in the second one too much, was she? I can't remember.
Not really, no.
I
Not
will have to
really,
watch
no.
it because you
She's
obviously
always got
had
a
all the
little
other
bit.
characters you had to do. So
Yeah, she's always got a little bit, but like in number 3, they were just like, let's give her such a gigantic role for no reason.
Let's give her superpowers and then take them away at the end.
Yeah.
I don't understand Iron Man 3. I certainly don't understand fucking Ben Kingsley. What an actor Ben Kingsley is,
I know.
right?
What a waste.
Yeah.
And then at the end they say, "Oh no, I was hired by Guy Pearce or whatever the fuck." It's like,
Oh,
well, why wouldn't Guy Pearce just fucking do it then?
fucking shit. I thought he was going to be such a sick Mandarin when I was like, when we thought he was the Mandalorian. What Mandarin is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mandarin. Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It's the Mandarin.
The Mandalorian. Yeah, he's from fucking Star Wars now.
I wouldn't know that shit. But like, I was just there, like, you've got, in my opinion, one of the best actors in Hollywood, and you do this shit to him. It's disrespectful. I just didn't like it.
It's the same with Guy Pearce in a way. I like Guy Pearce as an actor. I think he's pretty good, but why wasn't he just the
Mandarin straight away?
Mandarin straight away?
Yeah.
Because I correct me if I'm wrong. As I say, I'm not as well versed in the Marvel universe, so all the Easter eggs and all the tie-ins, I don't really know too much. I watch the movies because they're popular and they actually are good, so I'll watch them. But I'm not really too sure, so I don't know if they ever followed up the Guy Pearce thing. Did they?
No. That's what I mean. That's why it's such a pointless movie.
Well, he died at the end, didn't he? So.
See, there you go. I don't even remember that.
In Marvel,
I don't even remember that.
In Marvel, if you die, you can be back in 2 years.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. I'm just waiting for Gamora. So
I'm waiting for Scott. I'm waiting for Black Widow for her movie to do that well, and they're gonna bring her back to life.
Thing is, now that they've introduced time travel, they can.
Yeah. They just couldn't be asked in Endgame. They were like, leave it.
True. Yeah. Just fuck. How are we supposed to get out of this one?
Gamora's back, but you know what? For some reason, we can't get Black Widow.
True. That's why I couldn't give a shit about a Black Widow movie. But anyway, what is the rating for Iron Man 3, guys?
Oh god.
4.
4.
And I think that's being a bit too generous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's a 2 because it ruined 2 good Iron Man movies for me. There were beauties. The movies were absolutely fantastic in my opinion, and then this one I was like, you trying to just shit on the rest of the MCU out with this? I hated it.
True. I'm gonna be lethal. I'm just gonna do like a 1.5.
Okay.
I'm so lethal with it because it fucking pisses me off what they did to the Mandarin. Honestly, it's just so annoying.
Yeah. That's what makes it so low, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I hate the swerve endings. They just piss me off.
Yeah.
At least give me a good swerve. Don't give me a swerve like that. If they said, "Oh, the Mandarin is Tony's brother," I'd be like, "Whoa, fuck." At least then I'll be like, "Oh, okay."
No, but it was Trevor.
It's fucking Trevor Slattery.
Right, the next one, guys, is Thor: The Dark World, November 8th, 2013.
Another stinker.
Fuck this film.
Right, who wants to start trashing it then?
This is the worst MCU film there is. I'll say that for a start.
It's on
Why?
it's one of my worst as well, yeah. But why can't one?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing really keeping you on the edge of your seat whatsoever. It's like, yeah, you see Loki die, he's died before,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, true.
So you know he's coming back, and then even when you see him die, you see him at the end of the fucking film anyway.
Yeah,
And to be honest, I couldn't give a shit what happened to what's her name, Jane.
yeah,
I don't care about that character.
That is a massive problem with Jane. Yeah, Natalie Portman deserved a lot more. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
she did.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's on.
Like,
I mean, coming off an
National
Oscar,
treasure.
coming off an Oscar and not getting like at least a bit of a decent
Oh
role.
yeah, she'd won it by now. It was 2010. She won it for Black Swan, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward
Wow.
to seeing her in Love and Thunder.
Oh,
so am I. So am I.
they're respecting her for the first time in MCU.
Yeah, making her. They're making her Thor, pretty much,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Lady Thor, is that what that's what the name in the
Yeah.
comics, isn't it? It's just
Something
Lady.
like that. Lady Thor, she
I
Thor,
think
something like
that's
that.
what she wanted to do all along, to be honest.
Yeah.
I read
But she
the
didn't want to
plot.
wait.
I read the plot for Love and Thunder. I'm telling you now, it's gonna shit on Ragnarok. It's gonna be better than Ragnarok. You wait. But anyway, my opinion on the movie was, I was just watching it and I was like, when am I meant to get excited for the scenes?
Yeah.
Then I was
Christopher Eccleston just was not intimidating in the slightest. Like, I like him as an actor. Like, I loved him in Doctor Who and that, but there was nothing to him. He was so one-dimensional in this film.
Yeah. What can you even say about the fucking movie?
Well, I watched this movie on the plane heading back to Australia when I went to visit.
That must have been best fucking sleep you've ever had.
Do you know what? Funny you should say that. I just couldn't sleep on that plane. Obviously, it's hard to sleep on a plane, but you can't. Yeah. I turned that on and like 45 minutes in, I was just fast asleep.
It's just
so I watched it on the way back,
and then fell asleep again.
And I fell asleep again. So this is hard to rate because, to be honest, I don't remember a thing from this movie. All I remember is Natalie Portman, like, they're trying to give her stuff, then they take it away.
Yeah.
Try and give her stuff, and they take it away. So
there's just, it's just a disrespect to Thor, the Thor character of this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on, Callum. There's not more. Well, if you guys have anything else to add, I just don't really know what to say about this shit.
Yeah, fuck Loki as well. That pissed me off.
No.
Honest to God.
I'm going to give it a 2.
Oh. Fair enough, yeah. 2 for you as well?
I'm giving it a 2.5.
Stop being generous.
No, because I feel like there's worse. I feel like there is at least another 2 worse ones.
Do you reckon?
Well, in my opinion, there's another 2 worse ones coming. So
I think I know what yours are, actually.
So,
me and Tiago have the same ones, I think. Yeah.
So I'm going to leave it on the 2.5 just because of that reason.
Okay. I'll go 2 as well.
All right, so it's the last one, though, isn't it? Because this next one's halfway through.
Do you want to carry on and do like another 2? Because it's only been like 50 minutes. Or do you want to stop here?
We can stop.
No, there's the next one then.
2.
There's the next one then. That is halfway through. Winter Soldier.
Do you want to do all of Phase 2? Because there's only 3 more movies after that.
Is there?
Yeah.
Or do you just want to go? Do you want to just go? Oh, yeah, we can do. It's up to you.
Yeah, go on. Because it's actually there's fucking loads in Phase 3.
Yeah, fuck it, go.
There's way more in Phase 3 than there is in almost Phase 1 and 2, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, go on. We'll go. What, are we going up to Age of Ultron?
Ant-Man,
right.
Ant-Man's the end of Phase 2.
Yeah,
Right,
we'll just try and not get it for like 2 hours.
I don't think it will be. I think another half an hour, and that's pretty much
Right,
it.
sweet. Let's go.
Right. The next one, guys, is Captain America: The Winter Soldier, April 4, 2014.
Not as good as the first one, in my opinion, but still a all right movie, in my opinion.
I think this is one of the best MCU films.
I agree.
It was perfect. My jaw fucking dropped when I saw Bucky was alive because I wasn't expecting it.
Same.
So it's like I hadn't seen any of the trailers or anything. I had no idea he was alive.
I don't know. I just didn't really captivate me, this one.
I liked it because it was it's like a 70s spy movie.
Yeah, the stakes were so high in this film as well.
Yeah, they were, and it was excellent. It was good to see Black Widow have a big prominent role in it too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
I think
She was
Red
good,
Skull was in it as well. Am I wrong?
No, no, Red Skull wasn't in it.
That was in the first one.
No, who did Frank Grillo play then?
He's Brock.
Oh,
Logan.
Crossbones.
Thank you. I always get them mixed up. Yeah, always get them mixed up.
Oh yeah, that elevator scene was great. That was
Oh,
probably
that
one
was
of the best.
beautiful.
That was one of the best scenes in the MCU.
And the fact that we nearly got it twice as well because of Endgame.
Yeah.
We were so close. Yeah. Yeah.
But I thought that scene in Endgame was. They left that version of New York in such a fucking state.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. We'll get to
But
that.
yeah,
later.
we'll talk more about
We'll
that.
get to
I'll
that
give-
next episode.
I'll give a big shout out to Robert Redford. I think he was good in it. I think he did a
Yeah,
good role.
I enjoyed his role.
Yeah, that shocked me when I found out Robert Redford was going to be in like a comic book movie. That's
Yeah.
so weird to me. The
Just the
caliber
money-
of actors they get
Yeah,
for these
The
roles,
money made.
I know.
crazy, crazy. Like, how do they do it? It's weird.
I
Is this
mean,
the first time we see Falcon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shit, yeah, it was.
Obviously.
We
What's
will
your
talk
opinion
about.
on Anthony Mackie?
I was just going to say we may as well talk about Falcon now because it's his first appearance and he's in a shit ton of them afterwards, so we may as well
Yeah.
talk a little bit about him. I really like Anthony Mackie as an actor.
Yeah.
I think he's fantastic. Obviously Falcon overshadows his ability, of course, but I think the way him and Steve Rogers' relationship is just based on respect, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like
100%, yeah.
he's his right hand man, really. I know you got Bucky, but he's always his right hand man. You know,
Yeah,
I like that. I like that a lot. So.
I also like the chemistry between him and Bucky later on. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Yeah, so I really like the chemistry between Anthony Mackie and Chris Evans,
Yeah.
and
I
then
love Falcon.
with Bucky
but-
as well.
I love Falcon, but I think it is shadowing a bit of Anthony Mackie's acting talent, in my opinion.
Yes, it is definitely.
Yeah.
I think he was the role of Falcon's really good, but I think Anthony Mackie deserves a bigger MCU role than he has.
And I cannot wait for that TV show.
I'm
That is going to be amazing. I know you're not really looking forward to it. Which one are you most looking forward to?
Loki.
I'm looking forward to that one as well. It's just that doesn't impact the main world. That one.
Yeah.
From what I've heard.
I've just
So what's the fucking point of making it then?
For fun.
What's the point in half of these MCU movies that we've already discussed that don't need to be made?
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my only problem, I don't know what it is. I love Sebastian Stan. I can't get with Bucky. I just dislike Bucky. I
That
don't
is
know
great.
why.
Bucky's great.
I don't like him. I think he's a dickhead.
Sebastian Stan to me though, it's like it's hard to see him have a personality. Not to like drag on the dude, but like
Because the character has no personality. He's basically a robot at this point.
Yeah, but even in the first Avenger, I thought it was quite boring.
and I still think he doesn't really show too much of a personality in.
But to
In
be
the
fair,
rest.
we've not seen much of him, have we?
Yeah, it's gonna depend a
Like-
lot. The overall opinion is gonna depend a lot on his standalone show when it's him and Falcon, because he's
Yeah.
gonna have all the screen time to prove himself.
Well, Anthony Mackie's got charisma in abundance, doesn't he? So I think he'll help the show.
Oh yeah, that's why
Like,
he's in
he'll
it.
help
Let's be
it.
honest.
Yeah, absolutely, he'll help it. And I
Yeah.
think Sebastian Stan, who is a good actor, I think it's good. He probably get a shit ton of more time to develop his character, even though he's had fucking 6 years.
He's had enough. He's had
Yeah,
enough.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
What's your rating then, Callum?
8.5.
Okay. I'm not gonna shit on it loads. I know, just because I said I wasn't my favourite one, I'm not gonna shit on it loads. I'm gonna give it a 7.
So
That's the main reason. Go on, good Jack.
yeah, I'll give it an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the same as Iron Man for me.
Mm.
And I love Iron Man, so
Yeah.
we've
fair.
got yeah.
What are we on now?
Right. The next one I think
We're in
is
space.
Guardians of the Galaxy. August 1, 2014, directed by James Gunn. Oh, I should mention, this one's for you, Tiago. Captain America the Winter Soldier was directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, who, might I add, got the job because of their great work on a little TV show that you love called Community.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew you were gonna. I knew they did Community. I knew it.
Were you waiting for me to drop that, weren't you?
You fucking dickhead.
I love Community. It's the best.
Oh,
It's the best.
fuck's
Right.
sake.
And they've been sucking off Marvel ever since.
Absolutely. I can't wait for that Community movie. But anyway,
Oh,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
banger.
Yeah, it
Absolute
was great.
banger.
It was great.
I thought I was gonna hate it because you know what I'm like. You know what
First
I'm like.
proper
with space
film in
movies.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm like with space shit.
True.
You know, but I was like, oh god, I'm not shitting on it, but I don't like Star Wars. I was like, is this gonna
Yeah.
be like Star Wars or some shit? But then when I watched it,
Yeah, that opening scene was heartbreaking as well.
I know. Big
Where his
shout
mum
out that.
died.
Do you know who that the actress is?
She's the one out of the In-Betweens film,
Yeah,
didn't she? Yeah.
Number
I can't remember her
number
name.
one, sorry, yeah, the one that was in love, that fell in love with Will.
Yeah, I can't remember her name for the life of me.
Is it really?
Yeah. She's called Laura Haddock.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
She's
a lot
in the new
easier to
Netflix.
tell in the second film.
Yeah. She's in the new Netflix series White Lines as well. Main actress.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Right, just a little thing for you, but carry on.
Yeah, no, I love them.
But yeah, the opening scene, Callum, was fucking
Heartbreaking,
heartbreaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he just gets abducted. I was like, oh right.
Yeah, that's got to be the worst day of his life. His mum dies from cancer, and then he gets taken off to space by
I know.
some guy with a massive metal fin.
It just doesn't get worse, does it?
Strange day. You wake up, everything's fine, and then by the end of the night, you're in fucking space. Eh?
Exactly.
So weird.
Big shout out to Chris Pratt though. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
His transformation.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm a big Parks and Recreation fan, so I knew Chris Pratt when I was watching Parks and Recreation. He's so good in that. And then when he got cast as Star-Lord, I was like, I can kind of see that because I knew a little bit about Guardians. I knew a little, not too much, but I knew some of the characters a little bit because I tried to delve into the comics, and I sort of had a small idea. So when he cast, I was like, yeah, makes sense.
Respect, yeah, because he's. I feel like movies like this and Jurassic World expanded his like acting because he's doing serious shit, and he's gotten good at serious acting. He's really good at it in some movies. So.
Did you ever see Zero Dark 30 with him in it?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Bin Laden movie.
Yeah, excellent. He was really good in that. It was only small, but he was really good in it.
Yeah. Chris Pratt, in my opinion, I'm not going to be like he's one of the best actors in Hollywood because he's not. But he's one of the most entertaining actors in Hollywood, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big-time leading man now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big-time leading man. Obviously, he fronts 2 franchises. I didn't know how he was going to do with the dramatic stuff in some way too, because you'd only seen glimpses of it, you know, Zero Dark 30, and that's probably about it, to be honest. Because obviously, Parks and Rec, he's just funny all the time in that. Like, he doesn't really have an emotional moment in it. So,
have you watched The Kid?
No, never seen it.
Cowboy movie. There's no humor in that movie at all, and Chris Pratt's like one of the villains. Amazing. You should watch that.
I was in Moneyball too, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Brad Pitt. Yeah. I've seen a bit of his dramatic work.
He's good. But yeah, the movie itself is unreal. It just takes the MCU to a whole new level.
Really?
Yeah, it does. It does, absolutely. Because by this point...
is involved now, mate. It's taking it to all the boundaries you can want to go to.
Yeah. And it was so different from what we'd seen, you know?
You say space is involved, but you could argue space was involved in the first Thor film. Because Asgard's in space. True. Obviously, not as much as
explored, but a little bit. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, this is the first proper space movie, isn't it? This is the first proper one, though. This is just so fun all the way through,
I
isn't it?
loved it.
It's
Oh,
the
and it made
funnest
me.
Marvel movie. It's the
It
funnest
made me find one of the most beautiful gingers I've ever met in the whole fucking world. Karen Gillan. Oh my fucking god. And
Yeah.
she's such a good actress as well. But
Yeah.
fucking hell, Karen Gillan's beautiful.
She is. Yeah, you can't deny it.
Little Scottish actress. But yeah, she's great in it. Nebula's unreal in it. But the whole Guardians, everybody who was cast in the Guardians except Vin Diesel, because fuck anybody could have done that. But
Yeah.
the rest of the Guardians, like Bradley Cooper, his voice as Rocket is amazing. So,
You can't believe it's Bradley Cooper.
what?
You can't believe that that's Bradley
I
Cooper
know, it's
until you
unreal.
see the behind the scenes of him doing the voice work, and then you go, "Wow."
Well, have you
Exactly.
seen the behind the scenes of when Drax is petting Rocket after Groot dies? Have you seen the behind the scenes of that, where it's
No.
just Sean, Gunn in like a green screen
It's
suit,
mad that
just
he
looking
does
really
it, isn't it?
depressive. Yeah,
He's an actor. Who does he? Wait, I've got who he plays. He plays
Cracklin.
Craglin. Yeah, he plays him, and then he's the fucking on-set fucking Groot.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Who I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Dave Bautista as Drax.
Oh yeah, he shouldn't have been as good as he was.
No.
How did that happen?
Well, to all the wrestling fans out there, fucking Dave Bautista's he's amazing. He's so good. I was so happy. I've never met the guy, but for some reason I celebrated when he got the role because I was like, fucking hell. You're like,
Well,
my
mate.
first ever. When I was growing up, I loved Batista as a wrestler. I thought he was the best. And when he left and wanted to be an actor, I was like, well, fucking hell, you'll be coming back to wrestling very soon, won't you? Turns out he did in the end, but when he got the role of Drax and he was in the Marvel movie, I was like, he's gonna kill this.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill this. And sure enough.
After Guardians, that's what set him as a full-time actor.
Yeah, and Dave Bautista's like 50 as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, he's in unreal shape.
He's hilarious in this. And also quite emotional too. I like that. Yeah.
Fun fact about Drax, it was meant to be Jason Momoa was gonna get cast for it.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see it.
Chadwick Boseman also auditioned to be Drax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect choice though for Drax, in my opinion. I think it's. I don't know. It's just something about Dave Bautista that makes Drax lovable. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, I'd seen him do his wrestling acting and stuff, and I thought he was really good then. But when he got cast as Drax, I was like, a lot of people are going to know the name Dave Bautista after this, and it turns out they did.
Everybody loved him. We have to give a big shout out to Benicio del Toro as the collector. I loved him in that.
Yeah, good cameo. Very good cameo in it.
I loved him in that.
Yeah.
Michael Rooker as well. Come on.
He didn't get enough screen time in that film.
Not in the first one, no, but he was still really good, I think.
Yeah.
When James Gunn's involved, Michael Rook is going to be involved as well. It's just the way.
The new Suicide Squad.
Yeah, James Gunn's giving me hope for the next Suicide Squad.
No, same. I can't wait for the new one.
Yeah. I'm so happy he went to DC, and he's coming back to Marvel, isn't he? He's directing the third one.
Thank God. After all that shit that went down.
Yeah, I know.
He's involved with a bit of Love and Thunder as well because of the Guardians.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I had no idea. That's awesome. Also, Zoe Saldana's as Gamora.
Oh yeah, we have to. But we don't even need to say that much about Zoe Saldana and the Guardians. Her other movie roles speak for themselves.
Yeah, she's fantastic and everything, and what a beautiful, beautiful woman she is. I have to say it. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, in that case,
a 10 out of 10 for me. But anyway,
in that case, we have to say Chris Pratt's a beautiful man. Then.
Well, yeah, but that just kind of just goes unspoken, doesn't it? Like everyone knows it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, true. Because with Zoe Saldana, well, I think she's still really attractive as Gamora. So
that's weird, man. No, I'm joking.
She's well attractive as Gamora. I don't even care, but obviously in person she's a lot prettier.
Yeah. And she has a good role too. She has a really good role.
Oh yeah.
She really sink your teeth into that.
Yeah. What's our rating?
And wait, but we
Go on.
can't forget this was the first. He had the end credit scene in Avengers, but this was the first proper introduction to Thanos.
Oh shit! Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah. Was he? It wasn't Josh Brolin by then, was it?
It wasn't.
I think. Wait, in this one was it not just Brolin at this point?
Wait,
I feel like it was. I feel like it.
Was this the first time we saw him?
First time we saw him was end credit scene of Avengers, but this was his first proper part of it.
This was Josh Brolin then, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first time he appeared on screen wasn't Josh Brolin.
It was Josh Brolin then, because I thought he gave his likeness, but he couldn't do his voice at the time. It was something like that. But he may have done the whole thing. I just can't remember.
Yeah. Oh, a weird thing before we do the ratings. John C. Reilly in Guardians of the Galaxy. What's your opinion on that?
Anytime you get John C. Reilly, it's always fun.
Yeah.
He had a shit role in it though.
Glenn Close was in it too, was she not?
Oh shit! Of course she was. She was working with John C. Reilly. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. Again, the caliber of actors they get is
I know.
Is tremendous.
So what's going to be our rating for it then, boys?
I'm gonna give it an 8,
Yeah.
which is self-explanatory, but
Yeah. I'm going the same, an 8 as well.
Right, I'm going 9.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
fucking hell.
I love this. I could watch this over and over again. It's such a great team buddy movie. The chemistry between everyone is. That's what I love with these movies. The chemistry between everyone's great.
Yeah. 100%.
I love the chemistry.
Oh, we're not ready for the next one, boys.
Right, guys, we're going to end off. No, we got two movies. We got 2 movies, and spoiler alert, they're both going to end up.
Yeah.
Avengers: Age of Ultron, May 1, 2015. Discuss while I write this down.
I just hate it.
It was okay. I liked the introduction to Scarlet Witch. They should have kept Quicksilver, although it was probably Fox's fault they couldn't.
Yeah, because Evan Peters in Days of Future Past is probably why.
But yep. Why did he have? I've got a question. Why does Scarlet Witch have an accent in this one and then she just loses it?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I would blame Josh Whedon for that, to be honest.
It's just, I
don't know why, but I would.
I don't have a lot to say about this movie. I just didn't enjoy it, and I think it could have been made a lot better than it was.
The only scene that's good is where Captain America goes to pick up Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the bar scene. The bar scene's great.
Yeah. James Spader did a good voice for Ultron,
but that's the only good thing about Ultron there was. Yeah. I mean, where's the logic in lifting up a city?
Oh.
Like, why?
There was no point. Oh, and that's a movie where they absolutely shat on Anthony Mackie. No role. He was in it for a little bit, and then they just fucked him off. I was like, all right.
Yeah, he was in it at the end, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
No. He was in it when. Oh yeah, it must have been a little bit in the end, but he was also in when Cap was trying to lift the hammer.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, there was just no need for him to be in it, really, was it?
It was disrespectful to him, and Don Cheadle as well, actually, a bit.
Yeah, while James Spader was great, a villain should not be making silly jokes during a battle.
Yeah.
Put it that.
That's all I've got to say about it, boys. You can ask questions, but to me, I just don't have anything to say about it. It's a movie I'm never going to rewatch.
Yeah, same. The only good scene is, as I say, the one where they're all in Stark Tower or whatever it was, and they're all having a good time and stuff.
A huge fucking shout out to the guy who does Quicksilver though, Aaron. What's his name?
Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, he's amazing, kick-ass. So I love him. So
very true. Hasn't done much since though, has he?
No. He's in the new what the fuck Tenet. Have you seen the trailer for that?
Oh, is he? Oh, cool. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I know about the movie. That's cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, if you want, do you want to just give our ratings now for it?
Yeah, go on.
4. Probably a bit too generous, but
I'm giving it a 2.5.
Jack?
2.
Yeah. There's just not much to say. It compared to the first one, shit.
I agree.
And now
I
let's talk
agree.
about the worst movie in the MCU.
No, we've already spoken about Thor: Dark World.
You get ready for the worst movie in MCU right now.
Right. Ant-Man, July 17, 2015. Discuss.
The whole movie was absolutely shit and pointless.
I agree. Horrible, horrible movie. It served absolutely no purpose to me whatsoever.
Yeah, honestly, it was shit.
Yeah. I remember
I
when
enjoyed Paul Rudd in it though.
I don't like Paul Rudd in it. I
Do you
think Paul
not?
Rudd's the worst fucking MCU superhero.
Do you
I don't
reckon?
like.
I'd agree. I would agree in some sense of that. I love Paul Rudd, but I don't think he really fit the role
I don't
in
think
a
he did.
way.
He
Just-
was a lot better in Ant-Man and the Wasp though.
I
Like
agree
that
with
was an okay.
I
That
agree
was an
with
alright film. I
I
enjoyed
agree
that one.
with that. This one was just like I wanted to switch it off when it started. It's like some of the Paul Rudd's jokes in it I thought was shit. I love Michael Douglas, but I hated him in it.
I like the overall story of it's just a dad trying his best to see his kid.
Yeah, it's just best scene.
Corey Stoll was such a
What?
shit villain. Corey Stoll was such a shit villain.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
best scene by a mile when Ant-Man's trying to go in the Avengers headquarters and we get Falcon.
Yeah.
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 Bobby Cannavaro, whatever he's called, he's good, but again, just fucking it right.
Michael
scene-
Pena maybe was okay in it.
Yeah, Michael Douglas was all right, I guess.
um,
There was a scene though where he's in this fucking train, isn't he? You know, and
yeah,
the train becomes small or big. I can't remember.
yeah, it's Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, and then that Bobby Cannavaro, whatever the fuck his name is, decides to make a joke halfway through when he's calling the police or whatever. I can't remember, and he starts to make a joke halfway through. Pointless. Just stuff like that just pisses me off.
And then when the
Just
ants
take it
playing
seriously
the fucking
for a
drums.
minute, huh?
Oh, was that in the second one or the first one? I can't
Wait,
remember.
what?
Where the ants playing the fucking drums.
That's the second one, yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
well,
was it?
I don't know, but it was a really shit, cringy scene.
Most of this movie's cringe to me, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
I can't remember either, Callum, but
although
go on.
Evangeline Lilly is wow. Wow.
She was just too much of a bitch in this film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
she
good at
was.
Lost.
She had a massive stick up her ass the whole
There
time.
was no redeeming qualities about her until the end.
Yeah.
True.
And even then.
I don't even want to discuss Ant-Man.
And I heard a comic book guy, I can't remember his name. He said this is one of the most racist movies he's ever seen.
What?
Towards Latinos.
Is it?
Yeah, don't ask me why he thinks that, but I can't remember. It was years ago.
I'd have to
Absolutely
rewatch it.
hated it.
I'd have to rewatch it, but I refuse.
Unfortunately, yeah. In order for me to understand what he's saying, I'll have to rewatch it as well. But he hated it. I remember that.
I'll hug a clown instead.
Oh God, yeah. I'd rather watch
Slip on
one of
Ice.
Tiago's shitty fucking movies than.
Right. Callum, give your rating, mate.
3.
0.
Fucking hell, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. Callum gets 3. My one is 0.5.
Jesus, right, okay.
Atrocious film. It was atrocious.
I think this has a good chance of getting into our top 10.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Imagine if it was number 1.
Well, yeah, guys, we're gonna stop there, aren't we? So we can have a part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody, make sure you watch our part 2 so you can find out all our scores, and then make sure to watch part 3 so you can see our top 10 out of all time. And then Jack's gonna hit us with some knowledge about who could have been who in the movies. So
Yeah, I'll do that. at the end of the third. No, I'll do it at the start of the third one, the third podcast we do.
Yeah.
And then
End with the list.
we'll do the list. We'll do a list. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really interesting, guys. I hope you thought the same. I know loads of people subscribe to Marvel lovers, so there we go.
Definitely.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Callum, go, mate.
Make sure you leave a like on the video, comment down below what you want to see, subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 100 subscribers now, so make sure you subscribe. And yeah, follow all the social medias down below, and we'll see you later.
Yeah.